Hey, what's up guys? It's Will from Hermens Outdoors, and in today's video, I'm doing a little trout fishing adventure. I'm headed out early though because we've had this heat wave and the trout bite has just been really bad at about midday and afternoon beyond because of the warm weather. So it just is what it is. I'm heading out a little bit early today to try to catch some trout with some spinners and some power bait. It just just hit sunrise just now, and so I'm trying to head out and get on those trout before the heat kills the bite out. So stay tuned, let's head out of here, and I'm gonna go try to catch some trout, so stay tuned.
Fish? No? Oh, it's totally a fish. Nice. Nice. It's more than a few minutes. Nice. Nice little one. And I'm not even ready. I don't even have my damn pliers out. So, I got here, it's just after sunrise, and there's a lot of algae on the water, and so I figured I'd throw out bait first. The sun hasn't come up yet, so I started with chartreuse this morning, and I had my first bite within probably 3 or 4 minutes after putting it out there. So good start to the morning, and hopefully you can keep it going. So let's get this back out here and see if I can catch a few more. Right? That's a trout.
All right, so just a quick fishing tip for you guys. I got here at about 6 o'clock to my fishing spot, and I didn't see anybody for about a half an hour, and there was a gentleman that was fishing about 40 yards down from me who ended up coming and was fishing, but he was fishing with a bobber and then split shot and then either a worm or a power egg. And so he was doing that for about an hour this morning, and he just kept doing the same thing over and over again. And I wanted to go over and tell him, like, hey, like, you're fishing in the top of the water column, all the fish are down lower and suspended in the water. As the temperature was getting warmer, the fish aren't going to be towards the top of the water because the pond lake that we're fishing where he was casting is deeper, and so those fish are lower in the water, not higher up. And so he kept casting with a bobber and bait off the top of the water when all the fish were down towards the bottom. So remember that as a tip. If you guys are getting out and it's getting warmer outside, make sure that you're fishing more off the bottom and paying attention to what others are doing out there.
There's one. Just set that in there.
All right, guys, so I just wrapped up a day of trout fishing here on the local pond, and it was an interesting day. I started out, I had a fish within the first 5 minutes, which was awesome. And then I had a couple hours in between each one of the other fish that I got. And then in between there, I got these little nibbles on the power bait that I was throwing out. And I don't know, it was just very light short strikes. And I don't know if it was just because it was the bait or whatever it was, but I had a bunch of bites and they would just, the tip would go and then there just would be nothing. And there just must have been light biters that just spit the hook or whatever. But I got 4 today, which was awesome. Definitely fished the morning. Like I said, it's getting hot here in the Northwest, especially in Oregon. So just starting out early, trying to get on the fish early before the bite really dies when it gets warm. What I noticed is that at about 9:30, when the temperature got over 70 degrees roughly, is when the bite really died. So just something to think about as you guys are getting out trout fishing this late spring and into the summer, that you're gonna wanna go out early, especially on small lakes and ponds where those fish are gonna be lower in the water, especially if you need to get into those deeper pockets where the fish are. You need to cast farther and get here sooner when the water is cooler, so that you got a better chance to catch fish. Once the sun comes out and it gets warm, forget it. The fishing basically dies after that. And so that would be my tip for today, is get out early as the weather starts to get warmer. Get out early and fish earlier. All right, thank you guys for watching the video today. Hit that thumbs up, comment below. I left a ton of little tips here in this video, so comment below if any of those tips were new to you guys, if you guys are gonna be able to use some of those. Again, I'm gonna try to add some more tips in each one of my videos, so if you guys like those, hit the thumbs up, share with your friends, and as always guys, the outdoors is a gift, share it with others.